Stop field. Stop field. Hello. I just noticed that now. No sound. Sorry about that, you guys. That was terrible. Oh, my dad's got Siri listening to my that's terrible. I had that whole introduction. I've been on for how long now? Half an hour? All that discussion gone. Oh well, there was so much magic there too. Good morning. Sorry about that. I totally didn't check my mic, and I should have looked over, checked with you guys. The very first thing is Hadi saying no sound. Good morning, Hadi. The seventh day we're having an ICT moment, no sound. Stuart, Darren, morning, no sound. Oh God, I should have checked my community thing right away. Usually I start going into my little rant in the morning here, and then I check after I'm done. So where was I? I'm gonna have to power rewind this real quick. I'll give you a quick blow by blow of what I was just mumbling about here. Um, TSX looking good. UNG. So you've had a bit of a retrace back into this range. Excuse me. You want to see these equal highs get taken out now and head back into this gap on a hourly level. All those stocks, when I was looking at these this morning, look at how much they gapped up since I started looking at them several days ago. Literally, like right before the election, and the way they went. And look at this one, IF Financial, IA Financial. They just jumped 20% in the last day. Leon's, everything's kind of on a little pump except for gold. Gold did a little dip. So anyway, let's quickly go back through these. So my apologies for you guys for my. So I'm looking for more upside in gold. I want to use 2647, 2684, all the way down to 2667 to go higher. We'll see what kind of reaction we get off that in the next hour. That should happen. We should see that it has to close above that level, and then use this candle anywhere inside this candle, hopefully just the top, to go higher. If we do come all the way back down to the consolidation, look for CAM Model 1 entry to go higher. That's gold. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we've got a bit of a downside look on Bitcoin right now. As soon as we get below this level on the hourly, we've got a bigger run back into this range. If you want to go higher, we got to get above 943 to go higher. Lean hogs, we said I'd expect to see that come down. And cocoa, I expect to see cocoa come down some more. I like the fact we're using 7344 as support to go lower. So I'd like to see that continue heading down. Live cattle, we're looking for live cattle now to continue to drop. It's hit right at a CAM 1 model level right now, so it's at an ideal place for a short. And then your You got cam 1, 2, and 3 models here. You don't want to see anything greater than, I think I mentioned 187.5. And gonna make sure I got my sound on still. Sugar, I see higher sugar. These are my two objectives in sugar. And coffee. Yeah, coffee, I wanted to see just clip below this low here and stay above the consequent encroachment of this BISI to go higher. And corn is at the ideal place right now to short if it does go short. If it closes high on the day, then whatever your stop loss sitting up here, it'll take that. So we'll see where it closes today will be the deciding factor on kind of what you're looking for the next day. Soybeans, we're back into our upside objective. We need to get through that to go higher, or just use that to go lower. I'm still selling. I'm still on the downside of that. Still thinking sell side for now till we get through that box. And wheat is just stuck in bedlam here, up and down, side to side. Oil sideways. I'm still looking for oil to take these highs, or at least get back up into 71.67, all the way up to 72.07. If we can get through that, we're looking for these relative equal highs above us on the hourly chart. That's 72.72. Euro, since our last discussion in the silent movies, we've now gone higher. We've come back into this range here, reversed again here, found support, going higher. You want to see it take out this high. That's good. That's acting right off of those levels right now, which is ideally what we want to see. And we want to see this range extension. We want to see that going higher now. And where are we headed to is what you're wondering. So we bounced off the daily fair value gap right now. So if the dollar continues going lower, we're looking for a return back up into this range. So look for today's high to be taken again. And I'm looking for 109.52. Upside in British pound, we're looking for this fair value gap above us. Deep inside that range, and then we'll see if we roll over and come back down into the range again, or if we continue to work our way through 130. Dixie, you want to see it just come back to this consolidation here and then react off that. So right now you're sitting right at a perfect place to see a reversal for it to start to go higher. So on the lower time frames, keep your eyes on that. If you're looking at Dixie as your form of your bellwether on whether or not your currencies will go higher or lower. Derek's having quite a little chat there in the channel today. So far we have 2 out of the 3 futures. One is on a little slight decline. The rest are still pushing higher. They've all made higher highs though. This one's just on a slight decline versus these two on a run up. Okay, so we have a reversal. Lows taken, traded back into the reversal for a short. Okay. Let's get our little hellos. Good morning. Good morning, Edgar. Is today the silent session? Great. Good morning. D, would you look at the silver when oh yeah, silver. I'll have a look, a peek at that. So we can start resuming higher. We can start getting above this level here. And we really got to get above 29. It's almost like 29.93. See here, we've got a small reversal here into the level. We'll see if that goes higher now. Peppy, good morning. Ollie, good morning. And silver, you said, hey? Let's look at silver. What is silver? What's the silver? I think you're going to be in for a little bounce around in there, Craig. SLV. This is not the one you want. You want SLV. SLV. The Canadian one. Silver dollar. Resources. Trust. The first one. NYSA. New York Stock Exchange. I got that's the one you want. Well, I like the other one better. Not quite so choppy. So, I'd like to see this low get taken here. Greg, if you want to go short on silver, if we get a trade back up into 29.46, any run really from 29 up to 30.55. You're in extreme discount right now, so if you want a premium, you got to get back up inside this candle. Otherwise, we want to see this get taken on the downside with a bold candle, return to it, and then consider taking out this this little trough that retail thinks is trend lines. I like to see it come back up in there. They'll get a false idea that that's a trend line that's going to be supported, and then blast through and take them out and look for 26.26. Somewhere around there. Right now it's I'm looking at the range. You're in a discount, so you could run all the way back up and really squeeze your if you got in too early. I'd want to see a premium if I'm in this range, or I'd want to see this a definitive break below here, and then use this as support to go lower. And somebody asked about Euro. Euro's now taking out the highs. I don't have a reversal here yet. We get below 107.895 on a close. Watch the 50% of that wick. See if shit closes below that. We've got this little reverse after taking this. We did not get a decent play off of that. It went lower, then went higher, and used this candle for support to continue going higher. Now I wouldn't want to see this candle get taken on the downside. Like come back into this fair value gap here. No more than half of it. There's no reversal there yet. So in terms of Euro, if we lose this candle on the downside on the 1 minute chart at 107.82, sorry, 107.80 on a close, look for a short. If not, look for this one to provide support. And if we can clean these highs out again, I'd start looking for like 179.5, 179.4, somewhere around there for continuation to go higher into this range. SLV ETF. The ETF, this one. Same things, you got relative equal highs above you here. Or obviously in a bullish type trend. Really gappy, too gappy for me. Even on a daily chart, that's super gappy, so a lot harder to run. If you want to go bullish, $541. Yeah, not crazy about that chart. That trusts ETF. That's if that's the one you're looking at. I don't like that chart so much, so I can't really give you a super accurate one. But if you're bullish, you got to get back above 106. And if you take out 530, 534, look for a run for these equal lows below you here. Or at least a run to 512 to 516. So still motoring higher. Reverse. Come back inside, fill the fair value gap. Again inside here. Find support off of here. I like to see that go higher here now. How's everybody doing this morning? There's higher, taking out the high now. What are we looking at for time? It's 9 o'clock there in New York time right now. You guys are getting that. I'm looking at the edge there. You can see the edge of over here, right? I think my screen ends on that candle right there. Yeah, right on the trading view. I was looking at the screen there, what you guys are seeing. So we'll wait for the 9:30 open. Got a couple more days left here with mom and dad, then heading out to Carla's dad's place. And the big road trip home. Be nice to get back to my regular computer and all my screens. I've got this next my next adventure is going to have more screens. I'm bringing with my backpack. I ordered a bunch of those little extra screens you can add to your laptop, so I'm hoping that helps out. Yeah, I got to drive. It's a 2-day drive back. When you get to my age, you need a little. You drive for 8 hours. My back can't handle too much driving, so I got to take all these frequent stops, and then yeah, it'd be 2 days getting back there. And my buddy and I will be discussing banks when we get back. He's a big bank buyer. What's the brand of the screen that you can add to your laptop? Oh, Joey, I have no idea. Or Joe, I'll let you know. Remind me when I get back. I'll let you know. I just saw these two screens you can add. I went to Amazon and ordered them. I'll let you know if they're any good. Or remind me when we get back there. I'm sure I'll talk about them as soon as I hook them up. Morning, Dave Barry. How are you? I was just starting to read that "I have God" message, but he's deleted or retracted his statement there. Edgar, my age. Come on, you're young. Yes. In 20 years right now, I'll be looking back saying, yep, I was young. But now, man, I wish 20 years ago, 20 years ago, I was deep into my career by 10, 15 years already. Are you making use of core concepts? Absolutely. Just basic core concepts and inversions, reversals, price legs, breakers, fair value gap, SIBIs, old highs, old lows, like real core concept stuff here. And I've just give you a little extra stuff like fail safes, how to work a fail safe, how to recognize when price action changes direction. Eye of God guy. So yeah, it's important that you stick to core concepts, and you'll see. I'll show you where price is going to change direction on a 15-second chart, 1-minute chart, when you're on the wrong side of price action, and how to get back in sync with it. That's the whole premise behind this channel, is just kind of show you how to study price action and when to say, oh, this price is going to change, reverse in direction. How do you get back in sync with it? And how do you use that and align that with a model that works for you? And you'll see me using mine or talking about my model pretty much all the time because it's the one I like. And some people are using it, and if it works for you, then great. You're welcome to it. It's free. There's nothing in here that I'm charging for. We're just here studying price action and building a community of like-minded people that are trying to develop a theta wave mindset. Theta wave is not a person, it's a trade mentality. It's how to get your mind in the right mindset, calm, relaxed, no cortisol, no stress, no emotions. Just wait for the setup, trade it, rinse and repeat. And the more confident, the more you see this stuff changing up, and the more you see price action acting the way you're expecting it to act. When it's not, you stay out of it. When it is, you can engage it. And hopefully here you can see where price action study helps you. Um, Fiddlesticks has some USB monitors. ASUS has some USB monitors. Yeah, I have no idea about these monitors yet. I'll give my down and dirty feedback on them when I get them. I want something that clips on and stays there and doesn't flop around. I don't plan on moving my laptop around too much. I want to set it up. If I'm at a hotel or something, I want to be able to set it up in a hotel real quick. And I've got my 3 different screens plus my iPad, my cell phone. That's more than enough screens for me to do something on the road. And then we can bring the markets to you from anywhere in the world, anytime, any place, while you're out there enjoying the world, while you're out there traveling and enjoying your retirement. If you're ready to retire, you can still trade. You trade for a couple of hours, make the money for the day. Say, hey, look, I just made some cash. Let's go to an orphanage and help out some. Let's buy some books for some kids, or let's go out for dinner, or let's take that experience we've always wanted to take. What would you do if you could create that kind of lifestyle where you could travel, meet new people, make new friends, and just experience life? Because really, it doesn't. Accumulation of stuff doesn't mean anything. I like Jim Carrey was talking. I saw a reel on him the other day. He was talking about how in 100 years from now, people won't even know you. People won't even know you. All your stuff will be owned by somebody else. All your,
Great service,
eh,
Tia. Good
that's
morning, everyone.
good morning, mommy. Thank you. I love her. She's so cute. Got my cup of tea in the morning. Mum's up. Um, she's so cute. Yeah. So he talks about how the world is all about life is about experiences, not about any of this accumulating all your stuff. Because all your stuff's going to be owned by somebody else in 100 years. People won't even know you. Your last relatives will speak your name maybe 10, 15 years after you're dead, and that's it. You'll disappear into obscurity, unless you're Elvis Presley or something like that. But so don't worry about accumulation of stuff. That's not the answer. It's about experiences and live this life to the fullest, loving people, meeting people, sharing experiences, being kind to one another. That's what it's all about. And if we can accomplish some of that with some candles here and there, then so be it. Let's not obsess over these candles and money, and it's not the root of happiness. It really isn't. At least I don't think so. After 34 years of seeing the worst side of people's lives, I tell you, I've learned to appreciate what life I've got and the people around me. That's why I really value this, even this time with you guys, is I meet new people on here, and this is like a fun experience for me every day. I get to wake up, connect with some people in the world, and share some stuff, and hopefully create some changes in people's lives for the better. You know, what a great thing to wake up to. What a great motivation to wake up to. Can I help somebody move forward today? That's my goal. Uh, Dave says, all is well, Darren. You are lucky to still have your parents. I tell you, it's a blessing. They're just so adorable. They're in the 80s. They're like 83 and 82. I thought she was 83 or 84 yesterday. I got reprimanded big time. I'm not bloody 84. I'm like, oh, sorry, how old are you? So uh, we went out to the casino yesterday, played with some machines, put 20 bucks in the machine, that's it, walked away. But we had a good laugh. It's great to kind of hang out with them. They're both out there trucking away still, loving each other, enjoying life, man. That's what they're great mentors. They're great educators for being 80 years old and having somebody that you love still by your side, and having people who still love you. What a great place to be. And she does make a mean cup of coffee, a mean cup of tea. She's British. She knows how to make a cup of tea, doesn't she? Ollie, do you start the day with any bias? Well, I kind of look at the daily bias and I look at the hourly. Hourly gives me my bias when I work on a 1 minute chart or a 15-second chart. Your hourly is pretty much your bias. Your daily, as you can see, we're just making new highs anyway. And right now we still got confirmation. We're still going higher. So from that call I gave you earlier of the long off of here, I think it was, we're still going higher. Yeah. So that I usually get my bias based on looking at the daily and the hourly. I want to work myself up to getting out of micro trading. Micro trading's tons of fun because it caters to my trading style. I'm pretty impatient. I love to watch things changing all the time. So, uh, 1 minute chart, and if I get in, I want to be able to do a daily trade. I want to be able to take a week where I can get a weekly bias and just say, this is where I'm going in. I'm going to walk away from the charts now and come back on Friday and see if I'm right, and not even get hung up in all this little 1 minute changing directions and stuff. Just go, let her buck. I'm trading on a weekly chart, so I'll let my daily be my entrance, and then get to the point where I'll do mega trades, 2 mega trades a year. Do it on a seasonal tendency time like May, October, or July, August, something like that. Justin is in the house. Um, any screen that have a HDMI port, your laptop should have an HDMI port. Yep, I've got a HDMI port on here for sure. And if it requires several HDMI ports, then I'll just get a splitter. I got a splitter somewhere. Thank you for answering. You're very welcome. Morning, Mr. H. Ollie. Hadi, thank you, Darren. Done for the day. Very nice morning and some money in my pocket. Excellent. I'm happy for you, Hadi. See, that's it. I've accomplished my goal. Even if I move one person forward for the day, I'm happy. I've accomplished what I set out to do. It's helped to shift people, help to move people, get to recognize and read price action, and help change lives, even if it's one person at a time. So I'm glad Hadi made himself a little bit of money, albeit demo, I'm sure. It was just demo. He moved forward. Say hi to her. She's nice. I see where you get your great sharing attitude. Thanks, Edgar. Oh, she'll be happy to hear that. I usually have my camera on, so naturally she'd be strutting in here with a cup of tea, making a spectacle of herself, as you do when you're that age. My dad's cute. He's adorable. He's like a little teddy bear now. You just want to cuddle him. You want to hug him all the time. He's just so cute. Mags, witness of you, such a blessing. Yes, Ollie, we love a brew, especially here in Yorkshire. Yorkshire tea. Do love a nice Yorkshire tea. What factors led you to realizing you were ready to trade live? When did you realize that you had all your knowledge and backtesting was right for you to start investing real funds? It's a good, very good questions. So what factors led me to realizing I was ready to trade alive? I think I realized once I understood price action quite a while ago. Like I've been this for 8 years now, and I'm not a good example of trading live because I did everything I wasn't supposed to do. Uh, I did. I traded live right off the bat. Like I started in August in 2016 with Michael, and by September, by September, I was loading accounts with $1,000 here, $1,000, 3,000 here, and I was blowing them like he would not believe. And it's not like I was learning from that. I was just continuously blowing the accounts. So I thought I was ready to trade live right away, but it wasn't until I really came to realize the. Now we're looking for obviously a swing here. We have a structure break. We have a reverse right here. There's a little tiny one there. Structure break. So watch this for support. Come back into this range. Remember, we're looking for that 9:30 to 10 o'clock run on liquidity. If we run down here, take out this liquidity one more time, I'd like to see that before we go higher. If not, if we just reverse big time, watch for the new day opening or regular trading hours gap, which is we're sitting right. So we're at 21. So it's another 110 handles above us. So we have a huge regular trading hours gap again today. So it's at least 110 handles. So looking for a retracement back into six consequent encroachment of that. If that's your model, your trading model, look for the reversal. And if you looking for that reversal on your electronic trading hours, you want to start seeing a break in structure. As a decent break in structure would be down here. So watch here. We found support. See how we're trading oh, we're literally closed on it. So you want to see this. It opened below. Let me make this bigger so I can see it. Okay, yes. No. So we could retrace all the way back up into here, up to, I wouldn't want to see it get above 0, 1, 1. That's a nice little pop into closing price. But if we get a run back up into this fair value gap, you want to see just 2108, 2109 maybe, no more than 2111. I like the fact that we've just popped up in here. We've got a body traded below there, came back up, tap it. Now I'm looking for a short. Now looking to short. Sorry, let me get back to your question there. So the problem with me is I was kind of trading live a long time ago. It's not to you. And then when did you realize that you had all the knowledge and backtesting that it was right for you to start investing real funds? To really start investing, I realized it wasn't the understanding of price action that I needed to overcome. It was the worst, the hardest part about trading is overcoming fear, greed, doubt, self-doubt, discipline. Those are the things you must overcome and accomplish. And that is, you must be zero emotion and you must be able to uh, trade with a sense of discipline and knowing when to stay out of the markets. Because if you can't know when, like Michael says, if you don't know how to recognize when situations are not working in your favor and having the discipline to stay out of that, you will lose over and over and over again. And that's not the way to trade. So until you can get your emotions under control, you should never even remotely stick $5 into an account. And definitely don't do it just to copy somebody, like copying my trades or copying my ideas. That's not the way you want to be. So there's the 11 or 10 right there. You don't want to see it get any higher than that. It loses its luster for me when you start getting up into a full fill of this, because now we've got this low taken and this becomes the reversal, and you don't want to see that. So this short, and it's albeit a tiny one, there's a little imbalance right here, there's one little tiny gap right here, and we've taken out that low. So you want to see it come back to this candle, get some reaction off it, and keep going. So the fact that we're drilling into it once and again, and we've drilled all the way up into that 11, well, it went to 13, hasn't quite filled it. I would rather have seen the consequent encroachment of that, not the, okay, now there's a full fill. Now if you take these highs, we're going higher, not lower. So this is getting back in sync if you're on the wrong side of this now. So watch where this closes. And we've got, it's 9:30, so it's opening, so it's going to run around on us now. So watch here. 32, so now we're above this level. Obviously we're going higher. We've just ripped through the high here. Now you want to see this provide support. So that's my answer for you there. IAG. I think there's a good chance we could sweep the highs from July. Absolutely. There's 321. Good. Now we got a fair value gap. Come on down here. Create a little gap. Tippy tappy. Let's try going long right there. Come on. Why is it not there? We'll go along there. Now for me, the stop loss needs to go down here. What the hell was that? Oh, I moved the wrong thing. Shit balls. Let's try that again. the take profit, it's the stop loss. Dummy. All right. So that's an immediate rebalance. What you just saw there is called an immediate rebalance. So we could see one more tap into here and go higher. This is usually an indication that we have intentions of higher upside. Core concepts, right? Good morning, Capioni. Thank you for your answering. No worries. Buenos dias, Edgar. Buenos dias, senor. Darren's preaching now. Sorry, I don't mean to preach. Now, like typically you don't trade off of 930's open. It just looked like a nice place for an entrance. And I kind of screwed that up by dragging the take profit down instead of the stop loss. But no, it was a good thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to come across as someone that's just lecturing people. I just want to let you all know that I care about you. I do truly want you all to succeed. And that's why I'm here. Now, we don't want to see this revisit this level now. It's done. It's immediate rebalance. That's, like I said, it's a good sign. Michael talks about it as soon as you see an immediate rebalance, it's a positive sign for a bullish tendency or a bearish tendency, depending on when you see a rebalance occur. So now we've got that bullish tendency. So here for me, I'm just going to run that up and just into profit. And now I don't care if it turns around on me because we're at 930 still. There's our first open. So do we come back and tap it? Now, what my concern is here is now that we keep making these little new highs and stuff, is that do we reverse and use this fair value gap here as this is the initial presentation? We have a small volume imbalance. And do we start to move higher or lower? Do we start aiming for that regular trading hours gap? And we're using this as support. So that's why I'm moving in here, because if it completely rips down here through this, I don't want to be caught offside. That consequent encroachment is a lovely place to hold up for the initial presentation. Ideally, you want to see that stay open. Yeah, you don't want to see it run through there. Right to the opening. Yeah, consequent encroachment, maybe. Mean threshold. We definitely don't want to see this candle get taken. That's going to come take me out. Talk about give you a kiss, hey? Yeah, that's the wrong side of it now. See, there's the reverse. So now we want to see if this uses this first fair value gap here, first presentation, to drive down lower. But see, now I've got one here and I've got one here. So one's shorter, one's longer. Which one do you take? So for the sake of argument, you don't want to see a body. Well, I didn't want to see any of this. We just return back to this order block here and we're looking to go higher. Now I want to see this high get taken and this regular trading hour gap used as support now to go higher. So I want to see this close here. you want to see it come back into this level. You can either take it right off the high, I'll go along right there, off this candle. It's open. And this time, senior stop loss will be, I don't want to see half of this wick get taken on the downside now. If we clear that high, I'll move to break even. Could still come all the way back here and take me out again anyway. I want to see this wick hold price now. Somebody's asking, what indicator are you using to show the first presentation? I am using my buddy Tristan's. I will advertise. My buddy Tristan has this awesome little thing. It's called the ICT 930 Fair Value Gap by Tristan. Let me just go into my indicators here. I'll show you. Right here, ICT's first fair value gap by Tristan Lee 85. There's 230 smart people using it. That's the one you want. Now I'm going to chase these up one at a time. So now it's a zero stress. So right now you should be saying to yourself, oh, I'm not worried. I don't have any cortisol streaming through my body. I haven't got an endorphin rush. And yet we're up 870 bucks. And you go, I have no stress, man. I'm just trading off of an order block that I want to see, price trade back to it. I want to see, my one is here. If we could have got back to here, that would have been a really nice one to trade off of as well. I like the fact we've left that little portion open and we're still going higher. So now it's like there's $870 in your pocket and you don't have to worry about stressing out over if it comes back against you. You just go, whatever, let her buck. And you just take your time. You pick your entrances and you you get confident, and when you have that confidence, you know, that stress kind of goes away and you just go, as soon as I can move into break even, I move, let my trade go there. And if it takes off on me and I'm worrying about all those things like, oh, I should have taken that trade, or I missed out on that and I missed this. Focusing on what you're lacking and what you don't get is exactly what you're going to get more of. If you focus on abundance, you focus on getting it right. I just want to see my trade pan out. Oh, I don't care about this. This money doesn't mean anything. Did my trade pan out? Did it come right to my open right there? Absolutely it did. That's what I'm looking for. I'll take it. And then just let it ride, man. Let it ride. Look for an upside objective. Somebody mentioned earlier about that July objective. So let's have a look where our Mr. July objective will be. Where's July's objective? Ooh, right there. So we're looking for 21,167. I've preached this so many times. Now that I'm in a little preachy mood, 150, pay myself at rejection blocks. You may not get that high. And if we do get the high, then great. But don't hope for that. You can hope for that, but expect that. Does that make sense? So now let's move this into, because now you look at this and you go, is this the potential for it to reverse, come back through this, find support at this, and start coming lower? So my fail safe is right here, you see, and my stop loss is sitting right below that. So if I trade through that and back into it, I'm looking to go lower. I think there's a good chance we could sweep out the highs. That's fiddlesticks. Yes, it was you who mentioned that. I agree with you. There's a good chance we could. Um, what indicator you're using? Showed you ICT. Fair value gap is the name. Tristan is the creator from Darren's group. You're trading 1 minute instead of seconds. Yes, I am on the 1 minute instead of seconds today. So here's another thing you can do. From here, I'm just going to let it ride and I'm going to wait. So here's another way of managing your trade. Because we have that higher time frame objective, the 150 and higher, what I'm looking for now is where does the reversal happen? That takes me, it might come back here and take me out. So let's just sit below the fair value gap right there. And again, I don't care about this. We want to just focus on where's the logic of it turning around on this. So if it eats through this, it could just wick through that and take me out anyway. So we want to see a body get through here and use this as support to go lower. And then we're back inside this range here again. Or we want to see this stay open and keep going higher. Good morning, Mr. Derek. You look like you're having quite the little chat there in the group. I just kept seeing you pop up there in the bottom of my screen. I thought, well, Derek's helping out people. I love it. Where's my buddy Abs? I miss Abs. He was feeling pretty under the weather. Breakfast time, Derek's here. The gang's all here as soon as Derek gets here, or Abs gets here. We got the boys in the hood. There you go. Run through. Give it a kiss. There you go. Done. So for me, that's it's traded through that level. So now I don't want to see, if it does go back through, you get back in sync with it again when we start running above this level here. But because it took out that level there, I just go, all right, now I move to the sidelines and wait. You just put 2,800 bucks in your pocket and you just go, now wait. That's more than most people make in a month. And other people, we've got people in here that's more than they make in 6 months, right? So now you wait for another setup. You wait for price to move in the direction you want, and we're still before 10 o'clock yet, right? So look up at let's go to an hourly chart over here. See how the wicks did the damage? No bodies below here yet. We got 16 seconds. I'll be looking for a discount at this point, but have to be careful because we do have the regular trading hours gap way below us. Yep, we do. See, now we've got the trade below. See that? We closed below it. That's the concern I had. That's why I put the stop loss there, in case it starts to close through. So it does. We did not get the trade back into it, but we do have a continuation back inside the range as expected. And this is that key level again. If we can get through this and start coming back into it, I'm with Derek. I'm looking at that regular trading hours gap again. I'd be looking to eye that up. Once we get through this level down here, the magic box, let me put the magic box in play here. And this is not core concept stuff. The magic box has not been mentioned by Michael, but it is definitely a key level that is discussed in Michael's teachings. This is my area of interest. If we get through that, After using that first presentation fair value gap to go lower, I want to see this range give up. I'm going to lose this range, and then I'm a little more excited about getting back, digging deeper into the hourly. We can get through this candle here on the hourly, then I like a lower run. So this is the kind of thing you want to look for. Let's say with this little range we just did here. So another way you can manage it, if you don't have a fair value gap, or sorry, a fib tool to pull on a larger range, that you can, like, remember how we usually pull the fib tool and you trade the 50, 62%, so on. Another way to trade the range or a new range, especially when you're extending out of a previous range and you're making a new range higher, here's the things you're looking for. You're looking for uh, the breaker, which is right here, and I want to go. That's the little breaker. Okay, so you trade above, you come back inside the breaker. Look at that, right to precision, right to the very bottom of the breaker. It comes back one more time, gives you an opportunity to go long. You go long. Now, the key thing here is you're looking for any opportunity to look for these little swings here. And you say, if the body closes below this level, I'm out. And that's when I got out. All right, it took me out with the wick. Then it trades above it again, and I go, okay, well, now I'm back in sync with the market again. We're going higher. It comes back in, gives me an opportunity to go long. So I only lost that much of the trade, but it told me that I can get back in sync with it. I'm back in sync, and I'm trading all the way back up. And then when I see that reversal again, I'm on the wrong side of it. If it trades through me here, like it did when we talked about it here, if it trades through me, I'm on the wrong side of it again. I'm on the wrong side. If it trades back into it, you get in sync to go short inside that range. So you look for these little reversals. So once you start one and you get in on the reversal, and then you start to go long again, then you start saying to yourself, great, now I'm in this long. How do I manage it on the other side? What's my objective? What am I reaching for? So we are reaching for 150 and we didn't see 150. We saw this. Well, that just tells me we're pulling back in the range. Well, if you want to trade every little reversal that you see, then you go, as soon as that happens, I'm out. And I'll wait for myself to get engaged back in the market again when we get below the low. Or if we see uh, this order block here or this fair value gap formed, we get another little fair value gap here. We trade back into it to go long. We're looking for our upside objective here. If we get through that, we're getting back in sync with the long again. So right here, this is the little box we're looking for to go. If we can get above here, that's my area of interest up top. And I make all of these as templates, so it saves you having to type out all this crap over and over again if you've got your template formed. So you get back in sync with it again when you know the range is going to extend. If we can get above here on a close, come back, find support at it, eat through the mean threshold of that candle, we're looking for further upside. So you use these, once you get an inversion to get in, you use an inversion to get out. There you've got the majority of your range. So as soon as you see them, that's your, and if it doesn't, if it keeps going like it did here, you go, ah, don't sweat it, just get back in sync with it again. Then you can keep going. That reversed on you again. All right, well, if I'm wrong, when we get back above there, I get back in sync with it again. Get back on the horse. But that's what the fail-safe is for. If you understand your fail-safe, you'll understand how to protect your money with no racing heart rate and fear and worry and, oh, it took off on me. All those are really good things to document, because if you still have all that stuff, then that's giving you a hint that you should not be trading live funds. You shouldn't be getting that. Oh my God, I'm on the wrong side of this. This feels terrible. As Michael says, if you're on the wrong side of it, you just paid for some new information to get back in sync with the market. It's knowing how to get back in sync with it. And that's what we're trying to do here, show you guys how to recognize that. So watch that box that we're in right now. See, this is why if you are trading this, you guys need to see this. Let's say you traded right here. Oh yeah, actually you didn't get a chance to get in, so you wouldn't be touching this right now. But if you saw this and you went, oh, okay, I got out and I'm going to go short from there for some crazy reason because there was nothing here that told me you could actually get in on that, and you traded back into the range, this little range here, 50%, what do we say about the rule? Take your stop loss, move it to break even, take half your trade off. If you get to 62, move your stop loss to 50% and take a portion off at 62. All you would have had here was half your trade off, and the other half would have come back and taken you out right there or right here. If that wick had come up in there, that would have been your first entry. So even if you're on the wrong side of this, and as it's now going higher, see that? It's giving us our indication that we're going to extend the range. We have to really get through here as well now at 78. But right now, I like that idea that we're going to go higher. Look for the mean threshold first. This has been filled. Mean threshold is next. If we trade back through this right there, again, now you're going shorter. So now here's that consolidation. You get thrown off the horse, back on, thrown off, get back on. So if you get thrown off once and it comes back and trades through the other side, do not chase after this, bouncing around on both sides of this fair value gap inversion here. Wait for this to get taken or that to get taken for your range to continue on the downside or the upside. And yes, you have to wait for big bold candles to scare you and say, oh, I'm on the right. I should have bought that there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Wait for something clean. Don't get hung up on all these little, I've missed that one little spot. No, just wait. You don't want to keep paying for new information saying I'm on the wrong side, right side, wrong side, right side. Just wait. You're in this here. This could go sideways, bouncing around over this thing here. And I've got no fair value gap above or below me. So I have to use one to get leverage. Usually when I'm in a range, I use the premium and discount arrays to determine where I am inside that range. When you've only got one and all you have to rely on is this candle here and the last down close candle here, those two are the only two I'm really keying off of. So when I come down inside the mean threshold here, I want to come up to a mean threshold here and I want to bust through that one. So this one or that one has to break price for me. So why mess around inside here hoping you catch that last little piece? See, now we're trading above it again. We got 25 more seconds and we're through the mean threshold of this candle. So all this was here was just a retracement back into, again, mean threshold of this little consolidation or CAM2 model for a continuation on the upside. If you're a CAM model trader, that's a CAM2 right there. Rejection block. Did you pay yourself at rejection blocks? Because if that reverses and comes all the way down, you'll go, oh, I was aiming for the high. Pay yourself here, move your stop loss, and protect your assets. So now we're through that mean threshold. Don't pull the trigger too soon, because like I say, you could still get a run back down. We want to use this candle for support now. So you got to let that run all the way through, a little higher yet. Oh yeah, and it's 10 a.m. news. So again, we could just get, no, see how it's run above? come back inside it. Now I want to see that keep going higher now. Yeah, it's all bullish, Derek. There's not much I can't argue against. You know, I run for that regular trading hours gap right now because I can't. Price action's still telling me it's going higher. And right now we're just seeing confirmation on that. So you see how it's exactly what we're calling the candles, exactly the way we want them to act, right? That's when price action's acting the way we want it to act. When you start to see things like, I want to see, now we're in here, we say, okay, we get bounced around on, downside, upside. You wait for this candle to get taken or this candle. So I said, I want to see a big bold candle get through this, close above it, and then use it for support. There you go. Trades above it. Now use it as support. You want to see that go higher. Keeping in mind that this could reverse on you now that we've taken this high out. Look at this here. So if this bold candle trades through this and comes back into it, we're back inside this range again. And now you're between that one and that one. But right now we're looking to continue going higher. So you have to anticipate the candles that are going to form on this side. We called all of these before I called all of these. I'm going to say we because we're a community. I don't want to take all the credit here. Uh, so it's exactly what you want it to form. If you study price action enough, you even start saying what candles you want to form, where you want them to form, and what you want them to come back to before they happen. That's when you truly start to understand what price action's doing. I hope that makes sense. If you like that, give me the thumbs up. I got 15 likes in here. There's 32 people. I'm sure you guys like what we've just been doing. Or you're really picky people. It's hard to get you to like anything. Edgar, thanks a lot, Darren. I've got to go back to the salt mine. Have a great day. You too, buddy. Take care. Be safe out there. Now I'd be moving my stop loss up tight to this because I wouldn't want it. We're going into 10 o'clock now. This could just come back snapping back at you. So you pull yourself into some profit here and wait. You've already revisited this once. We don't want to see that get revisited again. You want to see that just keep climbing up with some sense of certainty now. Appreciate that, JP. I agree with what Michael says. If you hit the like button and it helps, it just lets me know that you guys like what we're doing here and you see the logic in my explanation for what it's worth. Again, anytime Michael's on, I highly suggest you go see him and not me. He's the horse. You get it straight from the horse's mouth. And study what he teaches there. Come back here and let's practice it here. Let's see if we can't apply it here. That's my overall objective. So all the thumbs up just gives me is just whether or not you guys like what we're doing here. And some people don't. That's okay too. Stuart, look at Stuart. He's just been climbing the old financial ladder there of demo money. Up 3K today, scalping with you. Passes. 3 more combines. Heading for my X fast. 3 more. You're up 3K today. Good for you, man. Stuart, you've been like banking it lately, haven't you? I think there was a day you were calling like, oh, I'm up 4K, up another 42K or 4,200. I'm up another 3,000. You just keep racking it up, my friend. That's good. That's what I want to hear. But that's all because of your logic, right? All because of your model. You're not copying me. You're just looking at price action and you're coming up with your own model. Eventually, I want to get you guys to the point where you just branch off and do your own thing. You start, starting up your own site. You start helping other people out. That would be that would be the amazing thing about it's knowing how to duplicate yourself. Like Michael's duplicating himself with me. Not that I'm Michael, but he's duplicating multiple times people who start to understand and read price action. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. It's there all the time. And you teach people how to fish, and man, you start to create a world of people who are using the markets to better their lives. So I'm happy for you, Stuart. Congratulations, man. You like that area there, eh, Derek? We'll wait for my little dots to start showing up around 16, anywhere from 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, and then 16, 17, 18. We'll see where the dot appears. Morning, Russell. I just saw you were in there texting away on that channel. Their channel's doing really well now. I look at that thing sometimes and there's like 200 um, responses in there, 200 messages. I think that's awesome. These guys are really enjoying it. They're getting together. That's bringing the community together. I'm happy. I like to hear that. So we just returned back to this old high here. See that? Hit it once, hit it again. Still looking for higher prices. Derek is just not giving us a silver bullet rundown yet. It's just bullish, man. At 150, keep your eye on 150. Because of your training with price action, not copying you, listening to you. Excellent. Excellent. Good for you, Stuart. Where are you from, Stuart? Are you in the States? Are you in Europe? Where are you at? Not that I'm just saying those are the only two places to come from, but where are you at? Unless you want to keep your anonymity. Yeah, that's the daily wick up a little higher. Oh, is that the daily wick? What's the wait a minute. What was the July? Yeah, no, 150. I don't know what daily wick you're looking at there, Ollie, but it's 21,152 is the rejection block, and then the consequent encroachment of the wick is 186, roughly around that area. So see how we just continue to march higher. Nothing's given us an indication that we're going lower yet. See, that's how you get back in sync with the market. Remember, I got out down in here somewhere, and to get back in sync, you wanted to see it get above here. It did, then it dropped below. So you say, now I wait for this one. I'm not going to play the bounce around game, so I'm going to get taken once. Then I'm going to move to my point above, body above, trade in, go long, and keep going. I did not trade that. Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, you're with Craig. Greenville, South Carolina, welcome. That's excellent, South Carolina. Well, way to go, Stuart. Christmas is going to be good for you this year. What are the little dots, he says. What are the little dots? The little dots are time. They're of a specific level of time. And they're just something that I've kind of done a lot of research on years ago. And their specifics, I look for those dots at specific times when they pop up on a specific time I'm looking at. If it hits a specific PD array at that time, I should see a high or a low forming around those dots. So they create these swing points. The dots don't create the swing points, but the specific OBS disconnected, reconnecting. Ooh, that's not good. The reconnection was successful. Ooh, it looked like I was disconnected there for a second. Hopefully we're back with you guys. Are we still with you guys? Okay, good. Man, I don't know why this keeps popping. I wish I could stop this thing from popping up in here. So we got all these mute for 3 days. Let's do that. Oops. Not that I don't appreciate you guys having your chat. Gold had a sweet reversal the last night. Gold. Where's gold? Gold's right here. Yeah, look at that. Called it right on the money. Talk about box to box trading, man. I tell you, it is. That was, if you had the wherewithal to read, I'm going to show you something here. You guys need to see this. How many people we got in here? 41 people. You're about to see something amazing. Watch this. When you see a reversal, when you see this pattern set up after you've taken out an old high, and this is a daily chart, mind you, you see a reversal. You see it trade back below that low, the next candle that opens up and trades back into 1, 2, 3 different places that you can get in on a short there. It comes up, it hits consequent encroachment. An objective you look for is the downside one and like to like array. Consequent encroachment to consequent encroachment. See that? There to there. Perfect entrance, perfect exit. Like to like, box to box. Check it out. Do some back testing on it. Obviously, it doesn't happen 100% of the time, but if your objective is to go 1, 2, 3, your objective out is 1, 2, 3 on the downside objective. Anyway, and you think about from gold at 27.72 down to 26.51. That is huge, huge money. But anyway, 36 people. Some other people left. Isn't that crazy? You just missed yourself a dynamite piece of information. I used to think, night, that these many people know about ICT. They will soon change the algo, so I need to hurry up and make a lot of money while it lasts. So embarrassing. Yeah, it's not. It ain't changing, my friend. This is the algorithm. And believe me, even if you had 1 million people who used ICT stuff, the millions upon millions of people that trade in the stock market and in the market, you are nothing. Those millions of people are a blip on the screen, man. You're just a blip on the global markets because this thing runs on every asset class, every market out there. It's the same thing. It's just manipulated every once in a while depending on the broker and the market that you're in. But the algorithm drives every single market. So of the billions of people on this planet and the hundreds of millions of people that are on in the markets trading, a few thousand ICT people, not even a blip on the radar, my friends, not even a blip on the radar. So do not worry about that. And as you can see, there are so many people out there already calling ICT down. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And all the people that have been through him, you got the discounters that don't study it, the people that don't actually apply it. You take, uh, and this is true of most success workshops. You go to Tony Robbins or something like that, 1% of the people that actually go to those things accomplish the results that they claim. 1%. You have about the same amount of possibility, about the same, chance of surviving a massive coronary infarction, heart attack, cardiac arrest, as you would trying to take this stuff and make it successful. But if you study it, you can make it successful. You got to have all those other things, that patience. The humanity is what drives people to make all the mistakes.
And cooking breakfast.
You are cooking breakfast.
Yes, so you've been warned.
Right. Do love you. Thank you. She, she's cooking breakfast. Yeah, so not very many people succeed. So you take all this, the number of people that are learning ICT stuff, the number of people that have the patience to go through it, the wins, the losses, the emotions, the up, the down, and when you finally learn it, how much money have you thrown away before you finally get an understanding of price action, and then learning to overcome all the obstacles, your personal obstacles, and then those people who are actually trading in the market, do you think those are the ones that are going to influence it? Not a chance. He could teach 10 million people, and he'd be lucky if 1,000 of them actually became successful traders, or 100,000 of them becoming successful traders. Most people will fail at this for more reasons than just understanding the algorithm. They fail because of themselves. They fail because they can't overcome the greed, the impatience, the chasing, the doubt, and all that other stuff. That's what we're here for, is trying to create that theta wave mindset, trying to create that mindset where you can feel comfortable about what you're looking at, take your time, wait for your setup. When you see it, take it. And we're on a 1 minute chart. So how many times are you going to see your setup in a day? At least 10, 12 times. If you're looking at a 12-hour, 24-hour period, you're going to see it every hour. There's going to be a setup in there. And if you're on a 15-second chart, well, you've seen me trade a 15-second chart. You can see it many, many times. In an hour, you can see it a couple of times. So don't worry about finding setups, man. They're there. Have the patience to wait for the one you want. Look at where Stewart is right now. The guy's killing it. He's taking his time, he's studying it, and he's waiting. When he sees it, he jumps on it, he commits to it. Look for, I have alarms set regularly for what I'm supposed to look for. All right. Anyway, I've been doing lots of preaching today. I apologize if it bothers some of you. Um, so hard to follow the rules when you know it is going higher. So good training for me. Greenville, the home of Bob Jones University. Who's Bob Jones? Sorry, I don't know who Bob Jones is. Charleston, South Carolina. Danielle's in South. There's a lot of you South Carolina boys in here. That's great. Another great town, Charleston. Did you do a specific video on how you create your boxes and what time frames you like to use when creating them? Think that might be enjoyed. No, I haven't made a video on that. Well, I make videos on it every day. I show you guys. The videos are every day. There's every day there's a box. The magic box is all for you to enjoy every day. I think that's the luxury of coming into our show. I'll show you here. Otherwise, people are just going to come in. They're those the foodie goodies. They just come in and just try to feed off of whatever little video they can. If it's 30 minutes, they're the dine and dash crowd. It's you people that are in here sticking around, learning this. That's the candle you're looking at now. Bounce. You want to see that come down now. And there's my up candle. So instantly you start looking, where's the range? Why do I want to see it go above? Why do I want to see it go below? Where's my resistance? Where do I do not want to see it break above this candle's high right here? So ideally, I want to see this candle stay open, a little kiss above, and then run down. You do not want to see this candle filling in. It starts to lose its luster when it starts to fill in, right? Because now you're looking at, we've taken a swing low, we created this reversal. Now I'm going to keep going higher if I take out that candle. But I've got into, uh, there's maybe, I don't know what, there's a small little imbalance right here. I think there is. There, see how it's filled in completely right on the 18 candle. So I like to see 19 reverse and come down here to 21. If 18 drops and 19 goes higher, then you're looking 2021 to go higher yet. 18 be the dot. Be the dot on 18. Um, yeah, so you're looking at these two levels right now, and I'm saying I do not want to see this get taken. The mean threshold of that candle would be like ideal, and we just hit it. Now, so I want to see this start coming down with some aggression now. Mean threshold, keep your eyes on that. So you're always looking at those three key levels of every candle: the low, the open, the mean threshold. Every single time, every single candle that gets validated, you use it and say, is that a support level? See how the mean threshold's holding price? And now you go, we're eating into this fair value gap again. Now I'm looking at this fair value gap. So I'm looking at candle to candle, array to array, mean threshold to mean threshold. We've already gone through the open already. Now I want to look for the mean threshold. Does this mean threshold hold price? Does this fair value gap hold price? Does this order block hold price? Did the mean threshold of this order block hold price? Or are we just inside the range going from discount to premium, from discount to premium, inside a small range, which is no different than what you'd be looking for in a larger range. So far, fair value gap's holding, 18 candles still holding, 19, 20, so we got 21. We want to get through here, start pushing lower. Remember, like a drill, it's drilling down into this block. And you want to see that block get weakened every single time that mean threshold gets hit. Drill, 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 till trying to drill straight through it, it breaks and gives way and finally drops down. It's like a video game. If you watch it and you see, all right, I'm looking at that mean threshold getting attacked right now. Bang, 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 bang. It's just drilling on it, hammering, 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 till it finally gives up the ghost and drops through and then uses it for support to go lower. So you want to see that just working through there. And if it doesn't, if that does hold price, this ends up becoming the diamond that holds the price, then you want to see this one here. That one and that one are starting to battle it back. So you look at them as a video game. These two candles are attacking each other. They're lobbying back and forth. And who gets hit, who gets taken out before the range extends. And I think that's going to be it for me. Mom's calling for breakfast already, 8:30. I wanted to stick around a little longer with you guys, but she's going to come back in and give me a smack in a minute. But anyway, keep that in. Keep watching those, and see how they're kind of battling back and forth inside that fair value gap right now. So when you understand this, you see where's your stress right now? Where's the stress of this Trade. There is no trade because there's no setup. There's nothing in here yet. So you wait. No, you're not worried. And you see a big bold candle, you go, woohoo, finally, manipulation. We got some movement here. Don't worry about, oh, I'm not in that. Ah, screw that. That's the wrong thinking. If you're in that kind of thinking, should not be trading, man. You should not be trading live money anyway. Yeah, see how we're attacking that? And you see how it's just drilling right through it now? That candle is getting weaker. You shall fall. Little block of cement, you shall fall. Um, this, I think, did you do a specific video? John, one percenters, couldn't agree more. I think it's trending higher. Not true. That's my issue right now. The mental scar tissue, the baggage is hurting me. By patience uh, is what I'm practicing these days. That's good. Uh, I'm going to call you Sender. I can't even get your name right. Sensurin. Sensurin, is that how you say your name? I apologize if I didn't get that correct, but we're going to call you Sender. You're going to be sending it, man. You're going to be sending it downrange. Take out these candles. The mental scar tissue, I battle with that all the time. I made all those mistakes and created all that trauma in my brain to react off of. That's why you see me trail up my stop loss real quick. I look for that level and I go, if that fails, I'm out. And I'm okay with being taken out. I'll wait for the next, get back in sync, and I'll do it again. If it takes me out, I just paid for some new information to get me back in sync. I feel comfortable about reading price action to the point now where if I'm on the wrong side, I can get back in sync with it and mitigate any loss I just took and end up positive on the day. So stick around, my friend. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. If you read price action every day, come in here. Derek and the boys, myself, over in Telegram, they're always in there looking at stuff, studying price action all the time. There's a lot of smart people in our Telegram channel. Pop in there, be polite, be kind, and share. Be eager to learn and be eager to learn and share whatever it is that you discover along the way. Because there's a lot of people in there who love to help you out as well. 5 minute fair value get silver bull opportunity for a 5 minute. Where's the 5 minute? Fair value gap opportunity. Not quite yet, but we're getting there. I see this one here. So if we do get a drop below that into here, think about the mean threshold of this, the high, or sorry, the open, the high, or the mean threshold. And then if we lose this on the downside, use this candle here for support to go lower. But right now, I still see a little 5 minute bull flag going on there, if we want to refer to it as such. Um, what is the Theta Wave mindset? Ah, the Theta Wave mindset. It's the mindset of uh, just peace, calm, the ultimate focus where you just see exactly what it is that you want to see and you don't have all the emotional response to it. Your brain is in that theta wave state. That's that in hypnosis. We want to get people to a theta wave mindset so you become uh, all the programming that you need to do or all the change you need to occur in your life can occur at the unconscious level. So when you get into that theta wave mindset, that's the best place for the ultimate focus, the best place for um, your brain to absorb information, to register information, to process information. So a theta wave mindset is just trying to get yourself into a nice, comfortable, zero adrenaline, zero cortisol state where you can just look at something and go, okay, there's my entrance right there. I'm going to take that. And we're getting down to the point where you go, I want to see this part of the candle get hit. Remember, I was looking at that candle back here somewhere. I said, As soon as it came back to, I can't remember where it was. As soon as it touched that candle's opening, I was going to get in, and I got in right on the opening. I can't remember which one, right here. So I said, as soon as it comes back there, I'm going to take my trade there. That's the kind of precision you want, and then I want to see it leave. If it takes out that candle's mean threshold, and I'm on the wrong side of that, it's going to start coming back lower. That's the kind of precision you're looking for. And you think about how when you put trades on most of the old days, you just threw it on there and you put your stop loss down 30 handles or 30 pips and hope it never came down to it. Now you're learning precise places you want to enter and what you want to see it do off that level. And if it doesn't, then it's not acting the way you want it to act. You can get out. That's kind of the theta place, is the ultimate focus, ultimate calm, relaxed place where you can perform at peak performance. That's where we want to be. That's the ideal theta wave mindset. Hope that answers your question. Well, 1 minute fair value gap price below the sit consequent of the range 21,930. 21,093. Right here. I see this one right here. I agree with you, Derek. Just keep in mind when you come down to that level, you look at the range you're in. If that's 50% of the range, you're also looking to key off this candle here to go higher. So watch that that's not, we have a consolidation. So what I'd like to see is this consolidation give way, come back, find support at the consolidation, eat through this candle, and then start working your way through, obviously, that fair value gap there. There's nothing here on the downside other than 0.73 to 0.78 inside that range. That'd be the little magic box I'd be putting in here inside that range. And once you get through that, then we're looking for a run back to the breaker and below these lows and that kind of stuff. Um, do the accent before you go. Do the accent. What accent? You like the British one? We like the Scottish. Which one do you like? Do the accent. Where's the carrot? We want the carrot, lad. Um, those of you in the US, did you see that Walmart membership is 50% plus 50% membership right now for a few weeks? Pretty good deal. $49 a year, usually 98. Thought someone might benefit from the information. Oh, bless your heart, Derek. It's always nice that you're handing out the deals, the Walmart specials. Thanks, D Sweet. Every trade. I sweat every trade. I sweat every trade. I sweat every trade. It's kind of, I kind of expect price to take out the engineered liquidity here before running higher, meaning lows. Thanks for the explanation. You're welcome. So, Derek, if you're looking for this to go higher, I want to see this fair value gap here trade above. You see how we're holding on it? See how we're just freezing on it? We're just coming up, bang, bang, and that's just like a ceiling there right now, right? Is it? We ready? Okay. All right, I gotta go. Breakfast is on the table, so I will see you guys again tomorrow, bright and early. Uh, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love, much respect to you, all you guys. Take care. Thank you very much for being a part of the stream. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. And if you're new to their channel, subscribe. We're here every morning.